Hello, what is up, everybody? My name is Trey Brown, and my capstone topic is preventing more sports injuries. Sports injuries affect athletes from the beginning levels all the way up to professional leagues, whether it be youth leagues, AAU, or professional leagues like the NBA, NFL, NHL, and etc. Now, if you ever played a sport, you probably know someone that has been injured with a sports injury before. It could just be a minor injury worth a couple days or years, but injuries affects athletes at all different levels. In today's video, I'm going to break down why sports injuries are such a big problem, how they affect people physically, mentally, and socially, and more importantly, how you can treat them with better care. This topic is important because sports injuries not only affect performance, but they also affect people's entire lives. First, there is physical impact. Injuries can cause pain, limit motion, and sometimes lead to long-term health effects. And that's now not always a good thing. For example, a knee injury might not fully heal and could affect somebody for years, but it doesn't stop there. There's also the mental impact. Athletes who get injured often feel frustrated, stressed, or even depressed. Their identity is often tied to their sport, so then what's taken away can be difficult to deal with. And finally, there's social impact. Being part of a team is a big part of sports. When someone is injured, they might feel left out or disconnected from their teammates. Overall, sports injuries are a serious issue that affects millions of people around the world, not just physically, but mentally and socially too. So, when working on my senior capstone, which was running more sports injuries, which was presenting more sports injuries, a major research question that I had was how can sports injuries be treated with better care? And this question is tough because you have to really do great research and have some background knowledge. And to answer this question, I looked at different treatments and preventative measures. Because better care isn't just about what happens after an injury, it's also about stopping injuries before they even happen. So, next thing I'm going to talk about is the causes of sports injuries. So, before I talk about what causes sports injuries in the first place, I want to talk about what sports injuries, like how it happens. So, one major cause is overuse. So, this can be when athletes change their body too much or just try to go in games when they're not fully healthy or overdoing it in training, not knowing their limits. Another cause for sports injuries is poor technique. Often you see poor technique used by people that are a little bit younger, like youth age, and poor technique can be somebody not lifting the right amount, running too hard in a way that they shouldn't. It could be playing a sport where you have to like hip up real high, basketball and landing bad, hitting football, tackling people with your helmet, and things of that nature. Another cause for sports injuries is lack of proper conditioning. Proper conditioning is important because without proper conditioning, then you will have injuries and you won't be ready for the real game. And without proper conditioning, there will be no way for you to know how good you really are in real game situations or how long your body can manage. So that goes hand in hand with warming up properly. You want to warm up properly, which involves running, conditioning, everything that you can to strengthen your body and make sure that you're ready to go for a long amount of times. So, some better treatment methods are early diagnosis. So, when you first feel something or like your body is going through some things, you can try to go to the doctor's office to get an early diagnosis to get your injury under wraps quick so that it doesn't lead to no major developing problems. And the sooner an injury can be treated is the better because when you get an injury treated quicker, it lessens the chances of you getting injured and leading to something worse. Another way of getting treated for sports injuries is physical therapy. Physical therapy is very broad, and there's a lot of ways that you can access physical therapy while just looking online or talking to somebody around you to figure out better ways to get there, resources. And overall, physical therapy is a great benefit and is one of the main options that helps with preventing sports injuries. You can strengthen your body, get back to good flexibility, movement, and it's just ways to reduce the chance of getting injured again. Proper rest and recovery is also essential. Many athletes try to push through injuries or try to get through things without knowing their limits, and it's important that you rest so that you can have a fully optimized body for game days and practices. So you have to know how to handle things accordingly. So if you don't work out a couple days a week, 4 or 5 days, you have to have a rest day. You can't just go full 100% every day of the week, whether it's in practice or everything, because you're not gonna be able to have proper rest and recovery. And in some extreme cases, surgery or rehabilitation are used to help for serious injuries. So that's also another option. Overall, better care means taking injuries seriously, treating them early, and following a specific plan or guideline that you will need. Now, I'm going to get into important parts, which is prevention. The first major strategy is proper warm ups and stretching. This prepares the muscles and reduces the risk of injury during activity. Second is strength and conditioning training. Strength and conditioning training is vital to helping athletes perform better and make sure that they do not injure themselves when going in a game. And by doing this, by having better strength and conditioning training, you will have more flexible bones, joints, and you won't feel as stiff and ready to mess up and have something go wrong. Third thing to help with preventing more sports injuries is good technique. And good technique is similar, like proper warm up and stretching, but technique is the way you do things to make sure that you don't hurt yourself. So one instance is football. And football, you want to make sure that you're not tackling like head first with your crown or the helmet, or just diving at a play where you're gonna get hurt real bad. So it's just about making sure that coaches and trainers can teach you the best ways to limit the injury potential. This one is really important, which I don't think a lot of people actually, follow this, but listening to your body. And with listening to your body, you have to make sure that you don't over exert yourself. Now, I can admit that this isn't as easy as it seems or easy as I say, because a lot of people want to push through injuries. They want to just do what they feel like and not really consider the future or how that might impact them physically. So, with this, you just have to know what's best for your team. You have to have good coaches and trainers really implementing things to that way that you don't potentially mess something up. So, you don't want to have a small injury turn into something serious because you didn't really pay attention to your body, or you didn't think nothing was going to come out of you getting injured. But every single decision matters, and we don't want nobody to have a serious injury. And as I mentioned before, having like qualified trainers and medical staff go a long way to helping prevent more sports injuries. And with these people in place, it will be way more less chances for you to get injured, and it's also a way to help keep players in check while also like not limiting too much. As I just mentioned in my last point, you have to listen to your body, and these qualified trainers and medical staff will help you listen to your body and make sure that you have everything that you need. To wrap everything up, preventing sports injuries is a major issue that affects athletes physically, mentally, and socially. And this is not something that can be fixed overnight. This is something that requires tremendous hard work and discipline, and it starts at the ground level, youth levels, and you have to do things like early diagnosis, proper recovery, physical therapy, proper technique and warm up, just making sure that you're listening to others and knowing your body limits and making sure that you just apply yourself in the right way and do things that won't negatively affect your performance long term, short term, and have success doing it. So it's important to listen to your body, have proper conditioning, warm up, and try to have a better, quality trainer around you if you can, to just like help you train your body movements, flexibility, joints, and everything.